All right, so I want to do this video quick to teach you the idea of homeostasis, which is what you're about to dive into and learn much more about in the Gizmos lab that you're going to do, but I just want to give you some quick background information before you get started. So why are you doing this lab? There's a few things I want you to get from it. I want you to understand the consequences of letting your body temperature get too high or too low. I want you to know that food and water are necessary for the body to function properly. And I want you to understand that drinking water is required for the body to produce sweat. So you're going to learn these concepts through basically regulating the body temperature of a simulated person using clothes, exercise, and sweat in this lab. Oop, hold on one second here. Looks like we got a technical problem going on. All right, here we go. Okay, so what is homeostasis? I'll give you the quick definition. It's the ability to maintain stable conditions inside the body in spite of your changing outside environment. So we live in Minnesota. We can kind of connect to this a little bit. We got hot, we got cold, we've got all sorts of things going on that could influence our body's temperature. And so homeostasis is the ability for your body to regulate that. There's a few examples of how your body performs homeostasis through regulating different functions. The big one that we're going to look at is thermoregulation, which is keeping a stable body temperature. There's also your body will work to keep a constant level of oxygen in your blood. Your body regulates your blood sugar, and your body prevents the buildup of waste products in your body. Those are the ways that your body performs homeostasis. For the purpose of this lab, we're going to really focus on thermoregulation, which is important based off of the work you're doing in this design challenge that we have. So how might a company that's designing sports apparel or equipment for athletes really think about how the body needs to regulate body temperature? If it's a really cold outdoor event that they're participating in, if they're going to get hot, playing outdoors and indoors. So that's why I'm having you do this lab. All right, so there's a couple of ways that your body just does this homeostasis thing. It can be voluntary or involuntary. So voluntary really will be something that you consciously make the decision to do to help you regulate your body temperature. So if your body temperature is getting high, you might just stop. You might I'm getting way too hot. I just got to stop this activity. You could seek a cooler location. So you might go in the shade. You might go in the AC, something like that. An involuntary way that your body will do this. So these are ways that your body controls without you even having to think about it. When your body temperature gets too high, it's too hot, you're going to start to sweat. And so the reason why your body sweats is because, excuse me, I'm switching my notes here. The reason why your body sweats is because it needs to get that heat to the surface and kind of get that moisture. And as the sweat evaporates, that heat energy is going to draw out from your skin and help to get that heat away from you. It does this better in drier conditions. So if it's a really hot, humid environment, your body's not going to cool itself as effectively through sweating. The other thing that your body will do is dilate your blood vessels. So you might notice when you get hot, you get really flushed, or you can kind of feel that heat on your skin. That's your body dilating the blood vessels, so opening them up more and allowing that heat to get to the surface of your skin and evaporate that way. And so those would be the involuntary things that happen in your body to control and bring down your body temperature without you even having to think about it or do anything. All right, so when your body temperature gets too low, you're going to put more layers on, right? That would be your voluntary move. You're going to try and get yourself heated up. The way that your body controls it involuntarily is actually very opposite of what it does when you get too hot. It's going to stop the sweating. Those blood vessels are going to constrict and get tighter to hold that heat in. And you're going to start to shiver to generate heat. So basically what that shivering does is just like these tiny little muscle contractions that are meant to kind of produce heat inside your body. It's not going to be as efficient at heating you up as vigorous exercise might be, but it's just something that your body does to generate heat. If your body is not able to thermoregulate itself, there's two things that happen. You could get heat stroke if you get too hot. You could get hypothermia if you get too cold. So heat stroke would be when your body temperature goes above 104 degrees Fahrenheit, and all those measures that your body was doing to help keep you cool the sweating stops, and your skin's going to become really hot and dry. It just cannot maintain that homeostasis and thermoregulation anymore. And then hypothermia is when your internal body temperature gets below 95 degrees Fahrenheit. You're going to get intense shivering, again, those little muscle contractions trying to happen, and you're going to get numbness to the extremities, and that's a result of decreased blood flow. So again, you're going to get a lot more of this information as you're going through the Gizmos lab, but I really want you to think about this thermal regulation tied to that sports design that you're going to do. So thermal regulation is definitely something that's considered. I think there was one video where they showed like I think his name was Hal, like a mannequin or something like that, that they actually put in these different chambers to see how the body will react to different temperatures and extremes. So thermal regulation is vital for maintaining athlete health and performance during exercise, and it allows an athlete to maintain an optimal body temperature so they can deliver the best performance and stay safe at the same time. So really think about these things as you're going through this Gizmos lab and how this information is going to tie into your design process.